Hi, I'm Becky from Stubborn Court, and we're going to do a series of math sessions to try and help you be successful in your exams, but also to make maths make sense and demystify it, make it less frightening, and make it where you can use it to improve your riding. So today we're going to be working on a dressage arena. So I've made a dressage arena on my table, and this is a scaled version, and the scale is 1 in 100. So 1 centimetre is the equivalent of 1 metre. So every time we'd walk 1 centimetre, if it was outside on your arena, it'd be 1 metre. So your standard, the first important thing is you recognise the standard dressage arena. The standard is a 20 metres by 40 metres. And then you've got your halfway markers, so at the 20 metre mark, and then you've got A and C will be 10 metres in from the corner. And then just to make it slightly complicated, we call these your quarter markers. However, they're not really quarter markers because they're 6 metres in from the corner. They're not halfway between the corner and the centre, which is what is often thought. So we're going to be looking at this, first of all, as a perimeter and area exercise. So what is a perimeter? If I asked you to walk the perimeter of a field or the perimeter of your stable, you're walking all the way round. So all a perimeter is all the way round. So if we start in this corner, you're walking your 20 metres to B, another 20 metres to the next corner. So we've done 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20. So we've gone 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. So the perimeter of that arena is 120 metres. The area is the length times by the width. So the area is all this in the middle. And we'd express that in metres squared. And the area is 20 times by 40. So that's 800 metres squared. You can take any regular shape and work out the perimeter and the area. And we'll go into more complicated structures later in the series. We want to talk today about fractions, because fractions is a word that is often frightening. As soon as I say to some of our apprentices or the word fractions, it's, I don't understand fractions. But all a fraction is a way of expressing something, and it can be something quite simple, and we're going to use this dressage arena. So we've got the dressage arena is basically 2 20-metre squares. And if I took one of those 20-metre squares, we could express that as one part of 2 parts. So therefore, it's expressed as 1 part of 2 parts. So it's a half. And I'm sure you'll all recognise a half. And we can take that to say we're going to put on some 10 centimetre squared. So how many of these would fill the arena? So we've got 8 10 centimetre squares would fill this arena. So we've now got 8 parts. So if I took one of those, it would be 1 part of 8. So it would be expressed as 1/8, 1/8. So we're just saying that that is 1 part of 8. If I took 2 of those, I'd have 2 parts of 8. So that would be 2/8. But when we're working with fractions, we then simplify them to take it into its smallest part. So if I've got 2 parts of 8, then if there's a number that will go into the top number and the bottom number, then we can simplify it. And 2 will go into 8, and 2 will go into 2. So that would go, 2 would go into 2 once, and it will go into 8 4 times. So 2/8 is the same as 1/4. And we can take that further. So if I put these, if I can get 5 centimetre squares in, I'm just going to cover one of these squares here, and we can decide. So this is trying to explain how a fraction just represents something. If we were working with just this one 10 centimetre square, and we've got those 4, then one of those would be 1 of 4, so 1/4. 2 of them would be 2 of the 4, 2/4. 3 would be 3 of the 4, so 3/4. And then 4 of the 4 would be the whole thing. But if we put them back onto our dressage arena, try and put them back on our dressage arena, and then we'd covered all of these with a 5 centimetre square. So there would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. And I took one of those, it would be 1 part of 32. If we took 2 of those, it would be 2 parts of 32, and expressed as a fraction. So all a fraction is doing is making it more obvious what we're talking about. So the whole number, the bottom number, and how many parts of that, and then we simplify it down.